This Council now becomes Committee of the Whole Council to consider the Gas Safety Amendment Bill 2025. Members may refer to the appendix to the script for the debate and voting arrangements for the bill. Members have been informed that the committee will conduct a joint debate on the clauses and amendments. I now propose a question to you that the following clauses stand part of the bill. Clauses 1 to 14. The Secretary for Environment and Ecology will move amendments which seek to amend clauses 3, 5, 6, 9, and 14. Members may refer to the appendix to the script for details of the amendments. Members may now proceed to a joint debate on the clauses and the amendments. I will first call upon the Secretary for Environment and Ecology to speak, but he is not required to move the amendments at this stage. Then I will call upon members to speak. Upon the conclusion of the joint debate, the committee will first vote on the clauses with no amendments standing part of the bill, and then vote on the amendments. Secretary for Environment and Ecology. Chairman, I will now move 9 amendments to amend 5 provisions in the Gas Safety Amendment Bill 2025, that is, clauses 3, 5, 6, 9, and 14. The details are set out in the paper already circulated to members by the Electrical Secretariat. I will now briefly introduce these 5 amendments. Clause 3. Refine the definition of regulated hydrogen. The amendment to Clause 3 aims to refine the definition of regulated hydrogen in the bill. We propose to revise the original phrase "is primarily hydrogen" in the definition of regulated hydrogen to a more precise and clear description. That is, to specify that the hydrogen concentration by volume of the regulated gas must be at least 50%, and that the other constituents as a whole must be non-flammable. Clause 5. Clause 5 will be amended to ensure the provisions covered by the bill adopt gender-neutral references. We propose to repeal all gender-specific references in Section 2 of Cap 51, including he and him, and replace them with gender-neutral terms such as the person and the officer. Clause 6. This amendment seeks to correct the English text of the bill by deleting the word alternations and substituting it with the correct term alterations. Clause 9. Removal of unnecessary provisions. The proposed amendment to Clause 9(2)(c) of the bill involves replacing the variant Chinese character 及, meaning only, with the radical 习, with the character 及, with another radical, to facilitate public searches in the Hong Kong e-legislation database. Since the relevant phrase containing the Chinese character 及 with the radical C in Section 82A4G has already been superseded by the revised wording in Section 411 of the bill, the amendment is no longer applicable. We propose to delete the reference to Section 82A4G and 4B and replace it with 84B. Clause 14. Revision of the bilingual expression of, in quotes, not applied to or in relation to. Finally, the amendment to Clause 14 concerns the revision of the bilingual expression of, in quotes, not applied to or in relation to in Section 6 of the Dangerous Goods Ordinance. During the process of amending Section 6 of Cap 295, licenses required for the manufacture of dangerous goods, we found that the meaning of, in quotes, not applied to or in relation to in English was not clearly reflected in the Chinese rendition. Therefore, in the original amendment, besides replacing the term LPG with gas, other revisions were also included to ensure consistency and clarity between the Chinese and English texts. Having carefully considered the Bills Committee's views, we propose to amend Clause 14 of the bill to make only the necessary revisions to Section 6 of 295 so as to preserve the original reference in the Chinese text as much as possible. Specifically, according to the English phrase, in quote, not applied to or in relation to, the Chinese text will include the phrase 亦不就該危險品而適用 to reflect the meaning clearly. The Bills Committee has no objection to the above amendments. I urge members to support and pass them. Does any member wish to speak? If not, we now first vote on the clauses with no amendment standing part of the bill. Will those in favor please raise their hands? Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed. The committee now deals with the clauses with amendments. Secretary for Environment and Ecology, you may move your amendments. Chairman, I move the amendments set out in the appendix to the script. I propose the question to you that the Secretary's amendments be passed. Will those in favor please raise their hands? Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the amendments passed. Clauses 3, 5, 6, 9, and 14 as amended. I now put the question to you that the clauses as amended, just read out by the clerk, stand part of the bill. Will those in favor please raise their hands? Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed. All the proceedings on the Gas Safety Amendment Bill 2025 have been concluded in Committee of the Whole Council. Council now resumes. Secretary for Environment and Ecology. President, I now report to the Council that the Gas Safety Amendment Bill 2025 has been passed by Committee of the Whole Council with amendments. I move the motion that this Council adopts this report. I now propose the question to you that the Secretary's motion be passed. Will those in favor please raise their hands? Those against, please raise their hands. I think the question is agreed by a majority of the members present. I declare the motion passed.